Kazakhstan established and developed relationships with more than 140 countries worldwide. The country is a member of over 60 international organizations. Kazakhstan is an open and friendly partner, the initiator of the various integration processes in the world community, always ready to create the conditions for global dialogue. Different international forums and conferences take place in Kazakhstan of various level of scale. Global Talk's main task is to make sure you know about all of them.
Hello, you're watching Global Talk. The main event in the world, IT professionals, took place in Kazakhstan. Astana brought together world-renowned experts in the field of information technology and more than 200 Kazakhstani specialists to participate in the second International IT Forum. The meeting was organized by a joint stock company, Samruk-Kazyna, and the corporate university, Samruk-Kazyna.
The main theme of this forum, information technology and security, data management for new business models. The event is aimed at senior managers of major national companies, the heads of government agencies, and specialists of IT divisions of private corporations. The forum was also attended by experts in information security, data management, and team members who are working on transformation of the group of companies of Samruk-Kazyna. The meeting took place in three main areas, which are affected by the issues of interaction of IT and business model, as well as information security in today's world. The experts shared best practices on introduction of information technology in various fields, in banking and insurance, oil and gas, education, and talked about innovative trends and effective IT management tools.
We run an international data management conference every year, and Nick is at that conference and said, would you like to come and learn about what's going on in Kazakhstan? I've sort of made it my life's mission to go out and educate people about data, so I will go in and talk about data to It's not a popular topic, so I'm very happy to have the opportunity to come here and spread the word. Most people look at technology and they say it's taking me because the technology works. So it's very important that everybody learn about this. So that's why events such as this are so important to creating increased awareness.
We're actually the world's largest research and advisory firm. We do IT evaluations for companies. And my area of specialty is oil and gas, the oil and gas industry. I've worked in it for 35 years now. And it's a very exciting time. Digital technologies are transforming the way the business runs. And so this is sort of my mission, and I'm here to give a little bit of a talk about how the industry is changing and what impact that has on information technology in almost all companies. Only way to make progress is to have a strong foundation. Everything companies do, everything organizations do, is run by systems. Right? That's growing into the future. And we talk Internet of Things. We talk big data and analytics. All of these things are enabled by technologies. And the part of the company that makes this happen is IT. So a strong IT that's well engaged in the process, masters these technologies, critically important to success.
I arrived with the aim to share our practical experience on combating cybercrime, because the information security issue is very popular, but it is studied without any attention to the crime. Because behind any problem of information security, there is a person or group of people who know what they're doing. They have certain motives, they have their own technology, and it is impossible to build the security not knowing who these people are, why they do it, and how they do it. It's like an army without intelligence. No army of the world exists without intelligence. Accordingly, our objective to share knowledge on the topic of how the modern computer crime looks like today in Kazakhstan, Russia, and in the world, what are the goals of the criminals, and what tools they use, and talk about the crimes that have occurred over the past few years and trends, which we expect in the coming years.
На мой взгляд, форум поднимает очень интересные темы, проблемы и задачи.
In my opinion, the forum raises very interesting issues, problems and challenges of business transformation, respectively the IT role in business development. This task is very important for a large number of companies, both Kazakh and Russian companies, and generally speaking, international companies. Discussion of this issue here in the circle of professionals, such a professional community is very important to us. We work in the field of information security. And information security likewise should change the approach to business security, to the security of information technologies, and it is not limited to that normally imposed security. That is the philosophy of openness, flexibility, philosophy which professes IT should not change with the new approaches in information security. Information security should be the same business partner as well as IT.
Информационная безопасность. Информационная безопасность должна быть таким же бизнес-партнером, как и IT.
Today, one of the urgent problems with international security, at the same time the most discussed in the international community, is a cyber threat. According to the participants of the forum, with the growth of globalization and the widespread use of information technology in the public record data has increased the load on the scope of government and commercial security systems around the world.
The international community regularly receives reports of hacking of government, commercial and personal correspondences, as well as social networking. The media has often described this new phenomenon as hacktivism or cyber terrorism. The main threat posed by cyber attacks stability and security of the international community if hacktivists break into government resources and publish secret documents. This undermines the internal stability of the state and subjected to attack resulting in loss of its position in the international arena.
Меры – это атаки на российские и казахстанские банки, это растущая угроза кибертерроризма.
Examples of this attack on Russia's and Kazakhstan's banks is a growing threat of cyber terrorism, which now will be relevant for Kazakhstan and Russia in view of the fact that the group called ISIS, which is banned in Russia, has an extensive net of people who are engaged in precisely cyber terrorism. We will talk about the logical error, which unfortunately makes security professionals in their work when they write their security strategy based on some statistical errors. Our discussion will include some of the findings from the work of Nobel laureate Kavelman of 2002 about such logical errors, some of the illusions that we psychologically have that if this event did not occur 20 years, it will never happen. That is the illusion of safety, zero risk of illusion, and many other illusions. Well, strictly speaking, combining practical statistics and real cases of computer crimes.
Собственно говоря, совмещение практической статистики и реальных случаев компьютерных преступлений.
Я рассказывал сегодня о сервисном подходе к обеспечению безопасности, к обеспечению...
I talked today about the service approach to safety through monitoring, through the task for the user control communications, monitoring events and incidents. This is the approach that makes it possible not to restrict the use of IT flexibility, not restrict business users who want to work with information systems in a business trip and in the office, at home and abroad. High-Q monitoring is extremely important. And the second problem, the second topic I touched upon, service approach, which has already become accustomed to work with information security services. And when information security and service did not exist, and the provision of information security did not exist, including the cloud services, cloud security was one of the themes of my report.
Сервисный подход к обеспечению безопасности, предоставление информационной безопасности, в том числе из облака, Cloud Security, это была одна из тем моего доклада.
The forum also presented a number of solutions of mobile and corporate security problems in terms of general information, use of smartphones for work, and so on. In addition, the topic of cybersecurity in large industrial enterprises was discussed. The effects of already occurred incidents and ways to prevent similar cases were examined.
In order to protect the cyber sovereignty of Kazakhstan, as well as in accordance with international best practices for building an information security management system, Samruk-Kazyna and Group IB in the near future plan to implement a joint project in this area. During the forum, a memorandum of cooperation was signed. The main component of this project is aimed at creating a common model cybersecurity regulation that can be applied in Samruk-Kazyna Fund group of companies and in any other enterprise.
Бизнес должен понимать, что такое безопасность. Это не антивирус, это не фаервол, то есть купили и компания защищена. Нет, к сожалению, это внедрение.
Business needs to understand that security is not an antivirus and it's not a firewall that you can just buy and the company is protected. No, unfortunately, it is the introduction of a risk culture. Understand what risks the company may have in different cases if there is information to be compromised. So today we're signing one of the agreements, Memoranda, one of the leading companies called Group IB that specializes in the prevention of information leakage, specializes in cyber threats. This company cooperates with Europol to disclose cyber threats. We are moving to a service model. We would like our company not to invest, not to buy expensive systems. We want to ensure that our company will switch to a service model. This partnership agreement will enable to construct together a service model on which our subsidiaries, any market companies in the market, can get a subscription for a little money and get solution for data protection, response, and so on. That is our task, is to have a rapid development of digital technology so that our company will be protected with a reasonable amount of money, but in the most effective way.
Информацию по реагированию и так далее. То есть наша задача, чтобы в развитии, бурном развитии цифровых технологий компания была защищена максимально за наименьшие средства и наиболее эффективно.
И просто складаем на третьей странице.
Kazakhstan is one of the leaders in the field of IT security, but at the same time in Russia and in Kazakhstan and throughout the world there are unfortunately now a huge gap of knowledge about the actual crime and technologies. That is, in terms of technology we're all good, but sometimes it happens that a company can buy millions of dollars of technology and the best security system, but the offender will come through quite another door with a different purpose, which the company is not aware of. This is precisely the main problem.
The second agreement, which was signed at the forum, is more aimed at alleviating the current task of the group of companies of the fund Samruk-Kazyna. This is a partnership with leading developers of service applications, ServiceNow, to create a cloud service for automating IT functions, HR, and other areas.
During the first phase, automation of IT processes will be carried out. After testing the introduction of the service, personnel management, risk project, and asset management will be considered. As the head of Samruk-Kazyna Business Service notes, in addition to ease, the transition to the so-called cloud or the remote server, it will bring significant savings to companies due to care by purchasing the full software package.
В группе фонда Самрук-Казна начинается этап реализации, в рамках которого мы...
In the group of Samruk-Kazyna Fund, implementation phase begins, in which we introduce the so-called reference model. The company moves to a new track. One of this reference model is the area of information security, information technology development, the transition to the digital age, where we have certain challenges, where more and more of the so-called cyber criminals appear. We have to face the fact of cyber threats, break-ins, and so on. Within the framework of the implementation of the reference model, we start the same reformatting of business thinking.
Внедрение референсной модели мы начинаем все-таки с переформатирования мышления бизнеса.
В Казахстане, да, мы давно
In
работаем.
Kazakhstan, we've been working for a long time. Our products, technologies, and services are used here. Unfortunately, information security is an area about which customers do not like to talk about, how they ensure the safety and what technology they use. It is the major mining companies and the companies of credit and financial sector. That is, we accumulated a rich work experience in Kazakhstan.
Работа в Казахстане у нас накоплен уже богатый.
As noted by the participants of the second IT Forum, a partnership with world leaders of information security will ensure a rapid transition of Samruk-Kazyna to a new level service model in this area. This software in the development of information technologies without risk. In early 2017, new information security services will be established in the top 6 companies: Samruk Treasury, Kazakhstan Temirjoly, Kazmunagas, Kazpost, Samruk Energo, and Kegok. This was Global Talk. See you soon on Kazakh TV.